I have to say, this article is kind of a conspiracy that that has most likely zero truth to it. I don't think NFL referees corrupt games. I mean, first of all, if they did that, you gotta play through the calls if that was the case, and I don't believe it happens. I think this article just causes more conspiracy theorists. I think it raises question. But, really, no. I don't see this as that big of a deal. And it shouldn't be. The conspiracy part, the corruption part, I don't think it's a big deal. I think these replacement refs, it is a big deal. But how unprepared they are and the integrity that they have. I think that's a huge red flag. Look where I went there. You see, you can't go out there and put substitute teachers, probably construction workers, and restaurant managers as referees with limited experience at Division II and Division III college football levels, and you're reffing and calling the number one sport in the whole entire America, and the number one league in America, and a multi-billion-dollar enterprise. And you call that integrity? And you call that okay? And you call that acceptable? No, 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 no. Unacceptable. There is no reason for anyone to like these replacement refs. I mean, you heard Nick Rice. The first quarter took an hour. Okay? They can't control a fight. These guys have no idea the complicated rule books. They're throwing flags for timeouts. They're in a whirlwind. They're tired. They're weary. They have no idea what the situation is. They're put under the fire, and they're hurting the game. I can make some points that Patriots-Cardinals game had some bad calls, but I'm not going to go there. It wouldn't serve any justice whatsoever to say that. But you know what serves justice for our network and for the people here, including Nick Rice and I and all the people who are associated with this, to put the hammer on these replacement refs, because I've never seen worse refs. The only other worse refs I've ever seen are NBA refs. And I hate to put the criticism, and I hate to be such a mean guy to say this and to be so critical, but when you're put at a very prestigious position and you have absolutely zero integrity, putting on Saints gear, saying how excited you are on your Facebook page about how you're going to be calling the Saints game, and your friends and your buddies are saying, "Oh, have a great time. Oh, this is vacation." It's the NFL. It's the NFL. Professionalism is number one. You're not a professional, you're gone out of the NFL. Just that simple. No phony material in the NFL. That's why they call the NFL not for long. Jerry Glanville coined that. Not for long when you act unprofessional. You're gone. Booted. Hasta luego. That's what those replacement refs needed to do. Hasta luego. Let's get the real ones. Ciao. I don't want to see any more mediocre calls. Timeouts or flags? Are you kidding me? What is next? You're going to call pass interference on every single time a defensive back puts their hand on a receiver? What are you going to call next? Holding if the offensive line an offensive line touches a defensive lineman? Is that holding too? Where are we? The credibility's gone. The integrity is gone with these replacement refs. We need the real ones quickly. Excuse me. If we don't get the result, if this doesn't occur, viewership will go down. I totally disagree with Steve Young saying, Steve Young of ESPN said, these NFL refs, it's not that bad because a lot of people are attending the game. Look, I get it, and I know the game's still number one as a TV sport, but numbers-wise, statistically, I get that. But there's got to be a point in time where you got to reveal and understand that this costs jobs. If we have these replacement refs the whole season and they ruin one bad call or they have a series of bad calls for one team, that could possibly have a coach being fired because he didn't make the playoffs. It's very fragile in the NFL. Super fragile. Everyone is scrutinized. Everyone's job is on the line. You make one mistake, it could be the end. One critical one, and it could be the end. So, that's something that they need to fix. And I really appreciate everyone listening to this program. I had to go a little bit long because we got a few calls that we had to fit in, and sorry about that. I was trying to fit in as much as I could, and I kind of did a poor job on my part with that. But I really appreciate everyone who listened to this show and listened to what my thoughts were on the NFL this whole week 2 wacky week, and we'll have more coverage later on the network. You can find it on our Facebook page. Please like our Facebook page, National Sports. Please, I would really appreciate it. You can find all the latest news of when our shows are going to be, the schedule, everything that you need to know. We have it covered. We have great coverage here for you. Got a ton of hosts. We're going to get this done, and I really appreciate everyone who's listening and who's a part of this. So thank you very much on the Cameron Sadeghi Show, and like always, hasta luego.